If you're going to do stand-up comedy, it really helps to not suck. I've been teaching stand-up comedy for over 15 years now, and the main thing I see over and over again with new comedians is just how much they suck. And there's a lot of ways you can avoid sucking. It's really not that hard. All you need to do is a couple of key things. The first thing is pretty straightforward. Have something to say. Work out what you're going to say, have a routine, because getting up there and just ad-libbing is never good. You're wasting your time, you're wasting the audience's time, you're wasting stage time that other comedians would happily use. So for God's sake, have a plan, know at least what you're going to do once you get up there. Number two, if you're not getting laughs, chances are you've got no punchlines. I see this so many times with comedians. They're talking around an idea, they've got a concept, but they haven't really turned it into a joke. If there's no punchlines, there's probably not going to be any laughs. You might get some awkward laughs, a bit of encouragement laughs, but you're not going to get solid laughs without some kind of punchline, some kind of point. If you look at the things you say and you don't know what word is going to make the audience laugh. Like you get to a sentence, you go, when I say this, the audience will laugh. If you don't know where the audience is going to laugh, chances are they're not going to know either, and they're probably not going to laugh. So plan your routine, work out where your punchlines are, work out where the audience is actually going to laugh, and that'll help you get some way to actually getting those laughs. Third thing, look, again, pretty straightforward, eye contact. The number of comedians that I'll watch, new comedians in particular, who look over the audience and look at the back of the room or look up to the roof or just look past the audience. If you're doing that, you're not engaging with the audience. Eye contact is very, very important. The audience want to get to know you. They want to feel like you're talking to them. And if, assuming it suits your character, please make eye contact with the audience. It'll make a huge difference to the energy of the show and the amount that the audience will care about what you have to say. Another tip for new comedians, again, I see this so many times, don't go out there expecting to shock people. Don't try and shock. The audiences aren't there to be shocked. They don't want to hear things that are going to make them uncomfortable or make them feel weird. I know that can be fun when you're talking with your mates and do all those dark, silly jokes and things that are wrong to say anywhere else. But in a live situation and in the context of a comedy night, chances are it probably won't work. And the main reason for that is that the audience doesn't know you yet. Basically, until you're a household name, until people are paying to see you, they don't know who you are. So you are meeting them for the first time. And this is true of gigs right through your career until you are well known. The audience is meeting you for the first time. And there's certain things you can talk about and certain things you won't be able to talk about comfortably with an audience that you've just met. So in the same way, if you're at a party or are going on a date, you're meeting somebody for the first time, there's certain things you will say, there's certain things you won't talk about, and being controversial isn't going to get you laughs necessarily. Some comedians can do it, but it's pretty tricky. And certainly if you're just trying to be provocative, if you're going in there deliberately trying to upset people, chances are you're probably going to upset them. So if that's what you want to achieve, great. You want to be provocative and provoke the audience? Great, provoke the audience. But you've got to be prepared for the fact that they will be provoked, that it's not necessarily going to make them laugh or happy. So yeah, don't provoke, don't make them upset, and they probably won't get upset with you. Keep to time. On many open mic nights, there's a lot of comedians, sometimes 12, 20, whatever. It can be a long, long night. If everybody even goes 1 minute over, that's another 20 minutes on the show. Never overstay your time. Stick to time. You do that by rehearsing, knowing exactly what you're going to do, have a plan, know how long it runs, time it at home, run through it 1,000,000 times. That'll help you relax with it, and it'll also mean that you'll stick to time. Very, very important. Your chances of getting booked are much higher if you constantly and consistently stick to time than if you consistently run over time. Bookers are just not going to keep booking somebody who consistently goes over time. But bear in mind that when you're on stage, the adrenaline kicks in, your time perception goes right out the window. So what you think is 5 minutes is often 10. So very important to make sure that by rehearsing and knowing when you've said X amount of things or talked about so many topics, that is your 5 minutes, and you know exactly how that feels, and your internal body clock starts to learn what 5 minutes feels like. Staying over time, definitely a big no-no. The final tip, smile. A smile is one of the most effective, efficient ways to make an audience like you and engage with you. Even if if your comedy is dark, even if you want to be an aggressive comic, we want to see some sense of you having fun, and a smile sends a signal to the audience that you're happy to be there. It will connect with them. It will make them relax a bit more. There's a whole lot of dynamics that go along with a smile. It'll help them trust you more. It'll help them like you more. So don't be afraid to smile. If you're a nervous comedian, I promise you, as soon as you walk out on stage, give the audience a smile, make some eye contact, and give them a smile, and you'll be surprised at the difference that will make to the way the audience will engage with you. So there's the tips. I hope they work. This is a new series that I'm setting up. Please follow. Hopefully I can have lots more tips and lots more information for you. But in the meantime, get out there, do your comedy, get those laughs, and have a good time.